Hey everyone, Kel Mike here from MLive.com, joined by Justin Rogers. Back at it now in Park. Day one is in the books, Justin, of training camp, the first day of many, I suspect. Initial reactions?
The offense, it just continues to look good. I know I'm going way back to last year at OTAs and how awful it looked and how that kind of spiraled into the entire season. This year, the offense appears to be ahead of the defense at this stage. Matthew Stafford looks very sharp, has looked sharp all offseason. Are we seeing the next step in his maturation, the progression of his development? Who knows? We've been talking about that for years and years and years, but it is year, 7 now? I mean, many quarterbacks have made a leap at that stage, so it wouldn't surprise me, but a very good first practice for him and many of the receivers.
We've seen 101 minutes of football. I did count them. Wow. So I'm not ready to make any sweeping proclamations yet.
Super Bowl.
But we have seen some progression, I think, from the offense, and we're just not seeing a lot of balls put on the ground at this point. I asked Caldwell about that during either OTAs or minicamp, and he had the appropriate response, which is that's what you want to see.
Right.
Don't say too much about it because this is what you want to see. But the point stands. The last offseason, we saw a lot more balls put on the ground. This thing did seem much more disjointed. Not everyone seemed on the same page, and we kept being told over and over again, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out." Well, week 1, week 2, week 4, week 8, we kept asking those same questions because they never found their groove, and they really never did. So are we ready to say that the Lions will be a top 5 offense this year? Absolutely not. Will Stafford be a top 5 quarterback? Who knows? But everything we've seen to this point this offseason suggests that you're going to see a better offense, and it has been encouraging to this point.
I know we talked about it yesterday with the absence of Jake Bell being a big deal, and it is. And the good news was he was out there, he was running suicide sprints, changing direction.
He had the Bane oxygen mask,
limiting your oxygen, which is good. But it's a good sign. It looks like he's coming back. But these are such valuable extra reps for Amir Abdullah, in my opinion, and you can only tell so much without pads. But his change of direction, his burst, his route running, all looks very advanced for a rookie at this stage. I get this feeling. It's strictly a gut feeling at this point, but I feel like he's going to have a much bigger impact than maybe I'd initially thought when they drafted him this year, and that'll go a long way toward helping the offense have some kind of consistency as well.
The running game was a mess last year, 28th in the league, never really found much consistency. So getting that going certainly would be a huge key. But for as much as we talk about the running game and how much it didn't get going last year, the tight ends were an abomination last year, and they were supposed to be very good with Brandon Pettigrew back on a big contract, at least comparatively speaking. Eric Ebron in the fold as a 10th overall pick. Even Joseph Fourier was coming off that big rookie year. And those guys really disappointed. They got the 3rd worst production the Lions did from their tight ends in the league.
Only like 41 catches.
Something like that. Yeah. Only Atlanta and Houston were worse. And this is from a group that was supposed to be deep and talented and multifaceted. Yeah. But we have seen progress from Eric Ebron. I think he had a bad first day at OTAs, if memory serves, and was pretty good the rest of the way and was real good in minicamp. He's been more consistent. He's been catching the ball better. He's been talking less and playing more, which I think fans probably like to hear. And today, he had the biggest play of the day. He was a little quiet, didn't make a ton of catches. It could just be the routes they were working on or the packages. Who knows? I don't put too much stock in that. But he did have the big catch going up over Stephen Tulloch to haul it in over him. And I know Stafford was really impressed by what he saw from him too. And if Ebron is consistent and is that pass catching threat and is as athletic as he's looked through OTAs and minicamp, then I think the Lions are going to have a very good shot at being better offensively than they were last year.
It's a route you see athletic tight ends run a lot. It's that skinning post down the seam. It's one that I feel the Lions have been working on with Ebron throughout camp, and Stafford tries to put it on his back shoulder because that's where the defender can't get it. And he's struggled with that. I wouldn't call those drops because they're very difficult catches to make, to be leaping and twisting on a back shoulder fade, moving at full speed down the middle of the field in traffic. But we've seen that pass ricochet off his hands multiple times during OTS, and today he made the grab, and it drew a thunderous cheer, rightfully so.
I think the loudest cheer we heard from the whole day. Yeah, fans are obviously hopeful that he'll turn it around. The second biggest cheer I actually heard was for Calvin Johnson caught a bomb in the end zone, but third was Amir Abdullah when did you hear that? A couple of runs and
Fans are
if you've ever
excited about him.
if you've ever seen a practice, you know the running backs keep going even if they've been tackled. There's no contact, but once they've been touched, they're down, but they keep going. And the fans are so excited for this guy that even after he's been tackled like 3 times going down the field, he gets to the end zone, fans go wild. But he's looked good. He's exciting to watch. He's fast. I think fans will be excited to see him.
It's that jump cut that impresses me. I mean, he's in one spot in the backfield, and he jumps 2 yards laterally and hits that hole with such great vision. And that's where I say I feel like he's really far ahead in his development as a rookie. Just the way he sees the field and the way he's hitting the holes and that. Yeah.
Real quickly hitting on the defense, the big thing that jumped out to me on day one was just the number of new faces on the defensive line. No Sue, no Fairley, and for today, no Jason Jones as he deals with his knee. He was emphatic after practice that he's not concerned he'll miss time in the regular season. But still, there's a lot of new faces up front. And just like what we saw with the offensive line last year, when you introduce new faces, it takes some time to get chemistry with each other and to figure out what the hell's going on. So is it like totally critical that Jones isn't out there or should be out there, whatever? Absolutely not. But the Lions at some point do want to get him back, and he's dealt with knee injuries before. So the sooner they can get him back and healthy and in the mix with the new guys in the middle, the better off the defense will be.
I didn't see a lot of pressure from that group during the team portion of the drill. I spent a lot of time watching them during individual drills today, and Chris Kasurk does such a fantastic job pitting them together in individual competitions. I think he really pushes them in one-on-one battles and kind of changes the mentality over there. A lot of energy over there today. I thought, Webster's showing good bursts. Karan Reed continues to look, just really good in terms of those one-on-one battles. He's just really quick off the line. Obviously, he's in great physical shape. There's some promise there. We want to see the unit gel by the time preseason rolls around because they need to get that pass rush pressure from all the offenses are going to be carving up that defense the way they kind of got carved up today.
Yeah, Nada was one of those guys brought in to replace some of these dudes. He didn't practice today either, so something that we'll have to watch going forward as he deals with a hamstring injury. To your point real quickly about the Chris Kasurek and the defensive line and the energy there, that's always the most energetic position group of practice. We're not allowed to say or to publish what is exactly said, but if you come out to training camp sometime in the next couple of weeks, keep an eye on an eye and an ear on the defensive line.
It doesn't,
because it's really entertaining what goes on, and you can definitely hear what's being said.
It doesn't matter where you are in that practice field. You could be all the way on the other side of the field. You will hear Darryl Tapp. You cannot avoid him. He is the loudest, most energetic guy. Hilarious to just watch him. So yeah, if you get a chance, really make sure to check out that defensive line when you're out here.
Force multiplier, right?
Force multiplier.
That's what Jim Caldwell called him. For Justin Rogers, I'm Kyle Meinke. We are MLive. Keep it right here.